Hello YouTube, it's Accurate. Now today let's make a beat on this one, the MPC Live.
Accurate beats.
So just as in any other cooking show, I've actually prepared a thing or two here. So my first track is filled with drums. My track 2 is the main sample I'm going to use for this track. And on track 3, even more drums. First of all, let's take a look at the main sample here.
O come, Emmanuel, come thou day spring come, in death's dark shadows part.
So that's basically a vocal sample that I got from audioblocks.com. So my goal here is to create a beat using the vocal sample, but I don't want to use any of the lyrics of it. So I'm just going to chop it up into small pieces and see if I can make something out of it. So I'm not really sure here, but I'm just going to go into my chopping mode and start adding slice points. So I'm basically just picking out the ends of some words. Well, I guess this is kind of a weird way to chop up a vocal sample and use it like I do right now, but sometimes you just have to take a risk and see what happens. I definitely think this one has some potential. So let's take these slices now and convert it to a program. So now it's a drum program and I want to go into my edit page. And as always, pitch the sample up a little bit. Yeah, I like pitched up samples, so let's keep it like that for now. But let's go back and create some drums. I'm gonna set my sequence to like 93 BPM, 4 bars as always. Turn the metronome on. Now I also want to set my timing correction to off, so it doesn't quantize to anything. And let's try to record kick and snare. Maybe some hi-hats on top of it. For those I'm going to use the 16 level mode and velocity. I have a bunch of options in volume. So that's a start, we have some drums. Let's go over to my second track where I have my sample. And let's try to play some of the chops on top of the drums. I don't know, but let's start with something like that, just to get a feel for how it fits with the drums and see if I can go somewhere from that. Now I have my little sequence here, so let's go into the editing mode again and change the pitch of the whole program. So I pitched it up a couple of semitones and it sounds even better to my ears. So that's the first sequence when it comes to the drums and the sample. But I do have another thing in mind for sequence 2. So let's go to another sequence. Keep the same tempo at 93, 4 bars. So I've copied all of the drums to sequence 2 as well, and now I'm recording another version of the pattern of the chops. Now let's take this little thing and make it into a production. Let's try to find a brute note, add some kinds of stuff to this, and let's see what happens. So now I have the keystep connected to the MPC through the USB connection, and I've loaded up a little Rode sound here. So now I can play with the Rode sound and try to find the Rode note to go with the sample. That kind of fits. Yeah, that's nice. So I found a couple of chords that goes well with the sample. Let's try to record it. Something like that is kind of fine, but let's go over to sequence 2 as well and see if the same chords fit as well in this sequence. And it kind of fits just as good, so let's record it here as well. Well, I feel like that actually helps the sample out quite a bit, so let's see if I can add a bass line on top of this as well. So another track, another plugin, a little bit of sub bass, so let's go. That's good enough. Let's go to sequence 2. Do kind of the same thing, but switch it up a little bit. Record. So let's go back to track 4 again, where I have my little Rhodes piano, and let's go up a couple of octaves. See if I can add a little bit of, just a little bit of flavor to it. So I guess that's pretty much it for now. Just a chopped up vocal sample, some drums, a little bit of Rhodes piano, and a bass line. I think it came out pretty good to be a quick little thing like this. Let's put some scratch on top of it and finish this video off.